Hello again, it's Bassem. I'm walking up Laurier Avenue, headed to Limiac to have brunch with Rebecca Makonnen, the TV and radio host, and looking forward to catching up with her. Hello, Rebecca.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us.
Nice to see you again.
It's been a while. Now, a lot of people don't know this. I know this. You used to be, very briefly, a Gazette reporter.
Was I a Gazette reporter or was I an intern? I think I was an
intern reporter.
I was a paid intern.
You were a paid intern, but our interns are reporters. We just throw them out there. How do you remember that?
I remember it as a very challenging summer and also very definitive summer because it helped me realize that I was not cut out to be a reporter. I don't know if I was immature or if I was denying my true dream, which was to be a rock journalist. And you have to say it like this, not a VJ, a rock journalist. Yeah, that's what I really wanted. But I was so excited to have been chosen, and I wanted to try it out. Because I also enjoyed writing a lot in English. I was good at writing features, like day-to-day newsy items, like go to Burke's, they've just had a robbery, okay, and then coming back and then trying to type with the assignment editor, who honestly looked like an eagle of death. Just that's the feeling I had. Like, I'm almost done. Oh my God, I hate this so much. Champignon pour moi.
You were at Music Source during its heyday.
Right.
People remember you as a VJ, but
I was more as a reporter. I wasn't a VJ.
And there was a definite distinction.
Absolutely, because when you're a VJ, not all you do, but at the time, it was, way before YouTube, it was really cool to be on air live and to introduce videos. And you have to remember, in 1999, when I was there, I got end of 1999, when we used to get like a new Britney Spears video, it was a big thing. We would gather around the television and watch it and be like, whoa, she's wearing red leather. This is going to air every day, all day, 6 times a day, But I was more of a reporter, and I'm kind of a type A personality. And I'm also kind of, despite the fact that I've studied at Concordia, that I studied at Brébeuf, and that I did well, I kind of have a little bit of an imposter.
We all do, I think.
Yeah, I think we all do. But I was like, no, I'm going to show you how smart I am. I'm going to ask the best questions. I'm going to ask the question that you've never heard in your career. It's kind of hard to do when you're interviewing John Bon Jovi and you've pretty much heard them all, but that was really my goal when I was there. I was really lucky, actually, because I knew very early on what I wanted to do. Maybe that's incredibly pretentious, but it also, I don't like to waste time. And I was like, no, I don't have time to go backpacking through Europe because I know that I want to go to Brébeuf and now I want to go to the Gazette and then I want to go to Music Plus and then I want to go to Radio-Canada. That was like my career plan, and that's exactly what I did. And I'm not saying that I'm better than somebody who went backpacking in Europe because I still haven't been to Mexico.
I think you're better.
No.
I know a lot of these people who go backpacking.
No, I missed out on
find themselves.
I missed out on some important things, I'm sure. But to me, like when I was 10, I was watching the news with my mom and I was like, I think I'm going to co-host the 6 o'clock news with Bernard Derome when I grow up. That was like my thing. Obviously, Bernard Derome doesn't need a co-host, never needed a co-host, but to me I was like, that's totally doable.
It's funny, you've done print for a little while.
Yeah.
You did TV for a long while,
Yeah.
Exclusively TV?
Yep.
And then radio
Yes.
showed up. And what is your favorite among those things? What is the differences? How do you see it?
I still love TV the most. To me, it's still the best way to tell a story. And it's not about seeing my face on television and I love putting on makeup and all that stuff. I still love like the electricity, something happens on TV.
In a way, you've kind of become a celebrity in Montreal and Quebec as well. Like you're invited.
Who are you talking about?
But you're invited now as guests on shows.
That's true. When I started out, I was like, I'm a reporter. I'm a serious journalist. Okay, serious. I'm a serious rock journalist. But then I still find that there's them and then there's me. There's the real stars who do this all the time. They go from one TV reality show to another talk show whereas I'm still the person that that gets to ask questions at the end of the day. I'm way more comfortable asking questions than answering them. Oui! La soupe, c'est pour monsieur? Et la salade, c'est pour moi. Merci. It's super weird because here's the thing. Some people do want to be celebrities and some people grow up and they want to be reporters. And then times change and then you're doing your job as a reporter, but then Twitter comes around, Instagram comes around, Facebook comes around, and you're kind of asked to share content on, you know exactly what I'm talking about, to share content on social media, but you can't just be like a walking billboard and be like, listen to this show, or here's my chronique, or here's my review of this thing, because then people are totally disinterested. You're like spam.
Yeah.
Exact. You're like spam or like a bot, so they'll unfollow you. And followers now, that's like a currency that didn't exist when I started out in this business. So you have to, again, balance it out with, here's a picture of my cat. It's Sunday morning. Look at my, great cup of coffee. And I feel weird. I do it like this. I'll take a selfie and I'm not sure. I feel awkward. I'll put it out. And I'm always like, wow, people like pictures of cats a lot. Thank God I have two.
The one thing about kind of always the 800-pound gorilla in the room when we talk about media and entertainment in Quebec, there is a problem with diversity in Quebec media. And you, to your credit, because you have had for years a very public platform,
right,
have not shied away from talking about it. And I've always been impressed by that.
I'm convinced, because that is what the past has taught me so far, that it's impossible right now to talk about that publicly in an intelligent manner. I don't know what the ideal forum would be. I don't want it to be during Black History Month, because I don't believe in Black History Month. There's another unpopular opinion. I don't want to put my hat on and become the poster girl, the poster woman for this issue, because I don't want to carry this. That's not what my life and my work is about only. It's just, of course it'll affect me because, hey, I'm Black, guess what? But it's a very sensitive issue, but we're always talking about it like, so I'm like, is there any way that we can, I don't know with who, as I said, what's the ideal forum? Like, do we need like a rule book? No. Sometimes I'm like, no. Things are going great. We're talking about it. It's an uncomfortable, awkward conversation. The weird dialogue. I'm hearing horrible things. But at the same time, it's not black and white. To me, it's no pun intended. It's super gray. It's even I don't have all the answers. I can't tell you this is wrong and this is right and we should do this. I'm like, I'm not so sure anymore. I think this is okay. This rubs me the wrong way, but I get where you're coming from.
Enough about show business.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about living in Montreal. Are you a born and bred?
No, not born in Montreal. I was born in Ethiopia.
And when did you...
When I was 2. So actually I don't remember anything about Addis Ababa. I'm Ethiopian in theory. I was in a restaurant the other day after like a play that I saw, and this man comes up to me and he goes, "You're Ethiopian, yes?" And he starts speaking to me in Amharic, and I was like, "I'm so sorry to disappoint you. I do not understand the language." And I always get that same look of utter and complete disappointment. Yeah. Like, come on. I was like, dude.
You read their eyes, they're like, your parents should be ashamed
exactly,
of you.
And I really,
they are ashamed of me.
And I tried to guilt trip. I said, you know what? You're going to feel bad when I tell you why. I came here when I was 2, and the only one who spoke Ethiopian was my dad, and he died when I was 2. And it wasn't like I thought, no. He was like, no, you could have learned. Not good enough. I mean, I grew up here in Outremont with my mom, who passed away 4 years ago, but she was blue-eyed and blonde, and so I had a very open, as you said, cosmopolitan upbringing. I was with raised by this very funny bourgeois kind of lady. This is why I brought you here at Le Mélac, because we used to have Christmas here. Merci! Ah, enfin! Des frites. Merci! Oh my God.
You talked a lot about race and diversity. It's funny, linguistically too, though. You're right. You're like an example as to like how bilingual someone could be, and how you can you've used it to your advantage.
Why would people not want to learn English? I get it. I get the whole identity language thing, but to me, if you're a singer, an actor, a TV host, a radio host, it's not even a responsibility. It's, my God, think of what you can do with it. Think of what you can do with it.
I love Le Mayak. I'm just curious as to why you wanted to have brunch here.
First of all, because they have the best fries. These are actually called pommes frites, or in my mind they are at least. I find that so classy. Pommes frites. They're crispy, they're thin enough, love fries. Also just because it's a staple of Outremont. It's like a classic.
There's also probably, having grown up here, there's probably also a bit of an emotional attachment to...
The thing is, I can never buy a house now in Outremont. Not right now, because Outremont is crazy expensive. But, like, my bank is still here. You know, I've kept when I need to go to the pharmacy, I still go here because I love this neighborhood, because to me it was pretty much the best neighborhood to grow up in. Obviously I have nothing else to compare it to, but to me, growing up in Outremont, sure, in some ways it was very sheltered, but it was perfect.
Rebecca, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for
nice
the
to catch
free
up.
meal.
No problem.
Oh my gosh, this is the best part. Not the rich conversation, the free meal. That's what you want your guests to say.